Introducing the porch death trap, an unassuming box like the one you see behind you, filled with a fun surprise for the person that decides to steal it off your porch. As we take a look at how this thing is built, we can see that there is a massive amount of wires. We can see that we are connected through our Arduino Uno. This is connecting to our large breadboard. What it does is it will use the IR remote sensor over here until using your IR remote you get the passcode correct. Once it does that, it sets up a chain of events that uses this photocell right here to detect whether or not enough lumens in the area have left the box, meaning whether it's too dark or too light for the box, it will set off the reaction. What it will end up doing is it will send a signal to this ultrasonic sensor, and it will send a signal to the stepper motor, causing the stepper motor to turn and the ultrasonic sensor to start making a noise. This in turn will light a butane lighter that is sitting right below a Roman candle, and that will cause the fun excitement. As you can see, this is how our code goes. We read in the IR remote until the password length is equal. Does the passcode match? If it doesn't, we send it right back there. Say it does match, we go to check whether or not this box is armed or disarmed. If it is armed, we set up to this big chain over here that sees our photoresistant value every time. It will check if the photoresistant value is within range. It will also check for a passcode in case you want to disarm the box so that when you open it, it will not light you on fire. Say we get the photo value not in range, it will activate our death trap. After it activates the death trap, it will go back down, it will clear our array, set our count to 0, and reset the box right to here. So you can see this is the setup for our code. This all is done very nicely. It will have all the variables. There's even a method to check whether or not the two arrays are equal. This is used on the passcode. This is the simple setup. This just triggers everything. It matches the pins that we have set for each of our items. Now with the mass amount of code up here in this first code snippet, this is where we continue checking our IR remote. Right in the beginning of this right here, this is where we check to see that it is equal to the passcode length. And this if statement here and here are connected. This one will tell you if it's not correct. If it is correct, it will continue through this massive if statement. Now it will check to see whether or not it is disarmed. If it is not disarmed, meaning the box is armed and ready to go, we start reading in the photoresist value here in this while loop. It will continue reading within this while loop. It will continue reading it in, and it will read through two sets of if statements. If the photoresistor is greater than a certain number or lower than a certain number, it will break the loop. And if we end up getting a passcode correctly and wanting to disarm it, it will also end the loop right here. Say we go down here and we did not end the loop, but rather the box was triggered itself. What this will end up doing is it will start the turn of the motor, delay it for 5 seconds. It will then turn on the ultrasonic sensor. It will also then reverse it, and then it will clear our two variables. This will then clear this checks from earlier, and this will then make sure that we are not going in an infinite loop, and it sends us back to the top while we are paused.